Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to another show of SCUTTLEBUTT. I'm here today with Mr. Daryl Hensley. My partner in crime, Steve Lindauer, is off for this episode. My name is David Flynn, and we really want to thank you for tuning in again. We want to give a big thank you to our friends at DC Broadcasting here in Dubois County, Channel 18, and they reach thousands of people in our local area and get this information out. And we wouldn't be able to do it without the help of Mr. Bill Potter, Kaylin Nykum, and the crew back at the station on taping these and getting these ready for broadcast. We'd also like to thank Mr. Boone Taylor here at Boone's Place, Mind, Body, Soul Corporation. And this is really our base camp, what we use to film these and what we use as a springboard for making services available to veterans here in the local area. So, we stick our shelter half in and we make this our home when we do this for the show. Like I said, today I'm here with Mr. Daryl Hensley. He's a member of our local Disabled American Veteran Chapter 77. They meet every second Thursday of the month at the VFW 673 Hall here in Jasper. Daryl, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Dave, and thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for all the volunteer work that you do for our veterans. It's much appreciated.
Well, thank you, and really you and a number of other people here that are involved with veteran services throughout the county and southern Indiana have set the example for some of the younger veterans to emulate and get more services and get more information out to the veterans. You served in the Army from 78 to 82?
I did.
And you're a member, you served at the National Security Agency?
I was at the National Security Agency. I was a signals intelligence analyst.
So we could have a whole separate show on some of the neat secrets that are packed away in a case, for non-distribution.
Well, I could tell you some secrets, but then I'd have to kill you.
Well, we don't want to go that route, so we'll miss on that. How long have you been involved with the DAV?
Well, I've been involved with the DAV since 2019, and that's when I was first service connected.
And how big is the DAV chapter here in Dubois County?
Well, the DAV chapter here in Dubois County is actually a compass of multiple counties. So we also cover Martin County, Orange County, Perry County, Spencer County, Pike County, and Dubois County. So we do benefit claims all over the county. And most of the service offices handle just their own county, but we go to those areas where the service offices might only be open by appointment only, or they're only open 1 or 2 days a week. So we're really fortunate to have a very active service office here in Dubois County, which is open quite a bit.
Well, so really then, if you think about it, it's really tied to if you're available to go on Southern Indiana honor flight, then you could or can use the DAV chapter here to assist you with your claims or with veteran affairs.
That is true.
Outstanding. So how many members approximately do we have in the chapter here?
We have about 380 members in all the counties that are around us. Active-wise, we average between 15 and 20 members who attend the meetings. Sometimes the meetings can be like making sausage. It gets a little boring. But that's why we've invited speakers to come in now to kind of bring our attendance up, to bring more activity in, and bring more value to the public with meetings from like Silouan Green and his PTSD event that he's going to be holding.
Okay. Well, I know I'm just now going through the membership process with the DAV. I'm just now a service disabled connected veteran. And, this is one of the things that we wanted to talk about today with Silouan Green, a Marine veteran who had suffered a pretty traumatic PTSD in his life. And he's coming here. He's an eminent national speaker, and he's coming here to Dubois County to speak at your next meeting.
Yeah, he'll be here on August the 8th. We meet at 6:30 at the VFW 673 Hall there on Newton Street. What's really uplifting about Silouan is that he experienced a traumatic accident and injury as a Marine pilot. And he's overcome that with a lot of perseverance and a lot of help from the veteran community. He's written a book called Who Am I? And he's also got a great workbook called Ladder Up, which helps veterans climb out of the depression and anxiety that they have from PTSD.
Well, one of the neat things about reading some of his information is, when he got out of the military, he took some time off. He's suffering through this trauma, and he traveled across the country by motorcycle and by hiking. He met his wife during this time, and they're married with 8 children. They homeschool their children, but yet he also, has started a number of organizations that are really the springboard for a lot of the services and service-related things that we use to help treat people with PTSD today.
Yeah, it's groundbreaking stuff. Silouan is his focus is basically rip off the rearview mirror, don't look back, and just move forward. Keep moving forward and climbing up that ladder to get out of those anxiety and depression issues that you have, and live life to the fullest.
Well, speaking of just living life and talking about PTSD, some people associate a stigma when we speak about some of these things, just like when we talk about suicide awareness, and 22 veterans a day succumb to suicide in this country, which is much higher than the national average. When we talk about PTSD, it is a little more prominent in the military community, but it's also a civilian issue as well.
Yeah, 6% of the population, civilian population, has PTSD. About 7% of the military veterans have PTSD, but that's over an entire lifespan. Right now, the PTSD rate amongst Operation Iraqi Freedom is twice the civilian average. Persian Gulf is twice that average. Even the Vietnam War vets are still some of the highest in the military population, and they're also the most numerous. So there's about 1.3 million vets who suffer from PTSD nationwide.
Well, when you look at it like that, and you look at the number of veterans in southern Indiana area, we would have, a good number of people that could be suffering this, and we may not even know about it.
Well, there is. Dubois County is the number one county with per capita of former veterans. Veterans who served, they have the highest population per capita in the United States. So we are very veteran rich. A lot of our members are in rural areas where they don't get the information they need to tackle their problem, and programs like this could help bring them out of the woods and out of the areas they live in and seek treatment. And that's the goal, is to help them get treated and live their life to the fullest, and in the process give them the ability to integrate back into society.
Well, that's a key point. And I know the DAV, keys in on this, and places here at Mind Body Soul Corporation key in on that. But when you look at 13 organizations that are members of the Dubois County Veteran Council, each of those organizations have a service officer, and you're the service officer for the DAV, correct?
That is correct. But don't get me wrong. We're not competing against each other. We all work to the same goal of helping veterans. There are a tremendous amount of veterans who need assistance in the county, and the county only offers a certain number of hours a day, and so we reach out. Most of my calls are at home, where a veteran cannot make it out, or to a widow who's lost a husband. So a lot of times they're more comfortable meeting in that environment, especially the PTSD ones who don't want to get out because they don't want to be triggered. It's easier for them to meet me at my house, or I meet them at their home. So we all work together to aid the community, and I'm so glad that we have so many service officers from so many different organizations to help, because the goal is to help the veterans achieve the best quality of life.
Well, that's true. And again, a lot of the stuff we do with Scuttlebutt is aimed at veterans, but it's also community related to make Dubois County and the surrounding area stronger for all of our inhabitants. This talk on August 8th, Thursday, August 8th at 6:30 p.m. at the VFW post here in Jasper, 673, is open to the public. And we invite people who feel that they have trauma-related experience. You know, your first responders, people in high-stress jobs, people that are just feeling stressed. This can be very good for you, and you're all invited. So, Daryl, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We appreciate you being on the show with us today.
Thank you for having us, and God bless the people that work with veterans.
Well, thank you all, and we will be talking to you soon.